What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the video whereby we'll be factorizing the equation. Obviously this is a trigonometric equation. Now this one, guys, is a bit long. I hope you're gonna be ready, but at the moment you can pause the video and solve it and see if you're gonna get the same answer as mine. So first of all, remember, what did I say, guys? You need to change this into sine and cos, but then before you do that, you have to rewrite this in a way that is gonna be easy for you to solve. Now let's start. So let's start with our first term, because we have two terms this time around. Our first term, which is gonna be cot x, and then we can say this, we can do this bracket, and then we say divide. Remember, this division here, this line here represent division, and then I can put this on a bracket of its own, cos sec x minus 1, and then bracket there, then everything, then plus. This is gonna be one of the longest problem that we have to solve, but it's very important for us to do it. Okay, divide by, remember, this division, this line here represents the division, and then bracket, we say cosec x plus 1, close bracket, and then we have the outer bracket. So this, you can write it like this, guys. I hope you can see what's happening here. You can pause to analyze it. Then from here, now we need to change cot. Remember, tan is sine over cos, meaning cot is the reciprocal. Again, guys, the inverse of tan is cot, meaning the inverse of quotient identity for tan is gonna be cos x over sine x. Okay, so the inverses, guys, I made a video about them. You can go and watch them there on the icon. Right, so let's divide here. Divide. Let's not forget that this is within its own bracket. Now, what is cosec? So the inverse of cosec is 1 over sine x. Yeah, you need to know your inverses, guys. So I made a video there, guys. Click the icon, you will see those inverses. Right, now we go to the other one. We do exactly the same thing, because it's cos, so it's gonna be cos, this is cot, so it's gonna be cos over sine x, divide by, and then this one is bracket of its own. We can say 1 over sine x plus 1. Let's just make it 1 like that, and then close bracket, and then the outer bracket. Right, when it comes to this one here, there's nothing we can do at the moment. We need to simplify the other bracket within this bracket first. So you rewrite this, and then we try to simplify the outer bracket, the inner bracket. So we have sine as a denominator for this one here. We can say sine into sine, it's 1 multiplied by 1, so this is gonna be 1. And then here, because it's 1, first of all it's minus, so the denominator here is 1, so we can say 1 into sine, and then the answer is sine multiplied by -1, so the answer is going to be negative sine. Then we close it, and then we also close there, and then we say plus. Alright, so we continue. We write cos x over sine x. Okay, divide, and then we do exactly like the other one there, but this time around with a positive. So it's sine x into sine x is 1 multiplied by 1. That is gonna give us 1. And then we say, remember this is divided by 1 as well. We say 1 into sine x is gonna give us sine x multiplied by positive 1. So it's gonna give us positive sine x. We close the bracket, and then we close the outer bracket. Alright, I hope you guys can follow through, because this is gonna be a bit longer. It's gonna be a bit longer, so let me just create a space there. Okay, let's continue, guys. As we continue, now we can do the following. We can say cos x divided by sine x. Right, now we can change this division into multiplication, so let's do it. We change the division into multiplication. Sine go to the top there, sine x, and then we divide by 1. Let's just put the bracket minus sine x. Let's put the bracket there. Okay, then we say plus. Then we do the other bracket here. It's the plus here. And then we say cos x divided by sine x. And then also this side we can change this division into multiplication. Now that we have sine as a numerator, and then that side we're gonna have 1 plus sine x. Alright, so we close the bracket, then we close the outer bracket. Now let's look at the first term here, the inside the bracket. So we have sine divided by sine. That's gonna give you 1. So you're left with cos x on the numerator. Underneath you're gonna be left with 1 minus sine x. Then we close that and we say plus. And then we look at the other term inside the bracket. You know that sine divided by sine, it's 1 multiplied by cos. We're gonna be left with cos x divided by 1 plus sine x. Now it looks a bit simple, but still we have to simplify this. Now that because we have the positive sign, so these two terms here, and they're not divided by the same number, so we need to find the common denominator. So our denominators here, we can say 1 minus sine x, and then for this one here on the first term, and then on the second term we have 1 plus sine x. So these are the denominators for this term there. Now we need to do some division, guys, so this is gonna take a little bit of space on top here. So on the first term we can say the denominator here, which is 1 minus sine x multiplied by 1 plus sine x divided by 1 minus sine x. So obviously this sine x and that sine x, they're gonna give you 1 minus sine x, and that 1 minus sine x, they're gonna give you 1 multiplied by 1 plus sine x, and then this 1 plus sine x is gonna multiply by the cos there. So we're gonna have cos, and then because we left with 1 plus sine x, and then plus. Same thing here, we divide this denominator here by 1 plus sine x. Obviously this 1 plus sine x is going to divide with this 1 plus sine x. You have 1, you're going to be left with 1 minus sine x multiplied by cos. So it's the same thing here, cos x. So you're going to be left with 1 minus sine x. So that is how you do it for now. Now let's create more space, guys, so that we can continue. Alright, I forgot to close the bracket here. Alright, let's continue. Now if you remove the bracket, you multiply by cos x. Let's do it. So cos x multiplied by 1 is gonna be cos x plus multiplied by sine x. So it's gonna be sine x multiplied by cos x. There we go. Now we are done with the first one. Now the second one, because we have plus here, you say cos x multiplied by 1, we have cos x, and then this one is going to be minus cos x multiplied by negative sine x. Okay, so this is going to give us sine x multiplied by cos x, but let's not forget the negative sign. And then we divide everything like that. But then let's look at our denominator. So we also have to remove the bracket here. This is the 4. If you can pay attention, this is a difference of 2 squared. But anyway, let me just do it. 1 multiplied by 1, we have 1. And then we know that 1 multiplied by positive sign, you're going to have positive sign. And then you say negative sine multiplied by 1 is going to be negative sine x, and then negative sine x multiplied by positive sine x is going to be negative sine x squared. Let me just write it. Negative sine x squared. Alright, so this is what we have. Now let's look at the like terms, guys. Let's look at the like term. With the numerator, we do have like term. We have cos and cos. So cos and cos, when we add them, they're gonna give us how many coses? This is positive cos and that is positive cos. So they're gonna give us 2 cos x. And then let me just use a different color. Let me use green. We have plus sine multiplied by cos and minus sine multiplied by cos. These ones, they're gonna cancel each other, so they're gonna give us 0. Now let's look at our denominator. Our denominator, we do have positive sign and minus sign, so these, they're gonna give us 0. So we're gonna be left with, on our denominator, we're gonna be left with 1 minus sine square x. Alright, so with this now, where to go with this one, my good people? Now I would say, using your square identities, change the 1. So let's just continue. Let's write 1, 2 here, cos x. Now using the square identities, 1 is the same as sine squared x plus cos squared x minus sine squared. Guys, remember this identity here. Alright, let me just write it here quickly. This is equaling to 1. So that one here is basically that. We substituted with sine squared plus cos squared. So that's what we did, so that we can able to have like terms. So if you can look underneath, we have the cos sine squared, minus sine squared. So they're gonna give you, these ones, they're gonna give you 0. They're gonna minus each other, subtract each other, and they give you 0. So if you continue writing, this is gonna give us 2 cos x, and then we left with divide by cos x squared. But then this cos and cos, this is squared, so obviously this one is gonna be out, there are 2 here, and then divide by this one. So the answer here is gonna be 2, and then you're left with cos x. Now remember the reciprocals. If you write this answer is the same as 2. Let me just do this for those who cannot see there. So what is the reciprocal of cos, or the inverse? So the inverse of cos is sec. So you're gonna have 2 sec x. And that is your answer. Guys, this is a very long problem. I hope you managed to see it, because it's very, very long. But if you follow through, you will see that it's really not that difficult. It's just a long problem. I hope you guys understood. If it so happen that there's a place where I didn't understand this, please don't forget to ask on the questions, on the comments, ask a question. And also you can rewatch this over and over again until you understand where you kinda didn't understand. And also do not forget to share this video with your friends, and do not also forget to like and comment, subscribe as well. And at the end of this video, there is a playlist whereby you can watch the other videos that I did where I solved for x, trigonometric equation, and now we are simplifying. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Till next time, cheers.